Hey guys, this is Ed, Paul, and Anna of Current Brand Media, and we are here to tell you a little bit more about our sponsor.
Sportsball is a great subscription service geared towards minor league baseball fans. Each box features a different minor league team.
You get a box every 3 months with minor league baseball gear, including different styles of hats like Ed's favorite, the dad hat. The cost is less than $12 a month.
Proceeds from each box goes to More Than Baseball, the only nonprofit dedicated to the well-being of minor league baseball players.
We all know that Parents' Days are coming up this summer, so if you've got a mom or a dad or a grandma or a grandpa who are particularly difficult to buy for, but you know they're baseball fans, this is the answer, guys.
Meet your new favorite team at sportsballbox.com.
Is there anybody
What's up, Dad Hat Crew? Ed here. And on this episode, I give you guys Brian Colopy. He is the owner of the Kalamazoo Growlers as well as the Battle Creek Battlejacks. He tells us how he became an owner of both the teams as well as how the Battlejacks got their name. But I'm going to take care of a little business here, guys, if you guys don't mind. If this is something that you guys are liking, that you guys are enjoying, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as give it 5 stars. All right, now that we got that part done, without further ado, I give you the episode. All right, well, I want to welcome you guys to yet another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles. My name is Ed, and with me today, I have Brian. Brian, I'm going to start with this because you own 2 Northwoods League team. That is correct, right?
Yes.
The
Michigan.
The newly named Battlejacks, the Battle Creek Battlejacks, and one of my favorite teams in the Northwoods League, the Kalamazoo Growlers. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, I said the names right.
Yeah.
If I didn't, I apologize, guys. Don't kill me.
Yeah. Hey, I still have our first year for Kalamazoo Growlers. We won the promo of the year from Ballpark Digest.
Yeah.
And I got this big award. It's in front of the whole crowd. It's at our All-Star game. And the guy gets on the mic. He's like, and to the Kalamazoo Grizzlies. And he's just like, the trophy's got Grizzlies all over it. And I didn't have the heart to call him out in front of it, but I still got my Grizzlies trophy.
Yeah, your Grizzly. That's amazing. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. What do you know?
I mean, now you look at it and you look at it and you're like, you know what? That's actually kind of funny. It's a good story to tell. So there's that.
I'll take that all day.
Heck yeah, absolutely. So let's start with you, Brian. How did you become a fan? First of all, when growing up, how did you become a fan of the sport of baseball?
Well, I'm 5'8", so I knew I wasn't going to play basketball. No, I played growing up. I played it my whole life. Junior college. I went to junior college out of high school. Wasn't highly recruited. Just had to keep going for the love of the game. Was able to go to Ohio U and play at Ohio U for 2 years as well. So I just kept playing. I played in the Frontier League for almost 3 years and just played as long as I could. And then before you knew it, I said, hey, I gotta get a job. I'm not getting the Yankees aren't calling me. So I had to really start focusing on my career and baseball was a natural fit.
Listen, you're still involved in baseball, which is a great thing, right?
Yeah.
So, we're both Mac guys because I went to Kent.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was almost going to Kent. My family's all in Cleveland. That's where I wanted to go.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I was Ohio U and I just, it didn't work out. So, but it worked out for
I was just going to say, it worked out for you though.
Yeah. Well, Ohio U is one of the best sports ad programs in the country. There's tons of great programs, but I'm so loyal to that program. They did so much for me. And I met my mentor, Dick Raditz, who's the founder and the guy who started the Northwoods League about 30 years ago. He had this crazy idea to start a for-profit collegiate league when they were all kind of just Legion ball, nonprofit, just like, run through bingo halls, things like that. And he said, hey, I see, I think we could run a league like this. And now you see him all all over the place. So I just credit Dick for his vision 30 years ago when people thought he was an idiot.
And look at him now. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Northwoods League is one of, and I gotta say, it's like, and I'll be honest, because I just really recently just got, thank you, COVID. You know, that's one of the things that I'm thankful for, right? COVID has allowed me to really look at baseball more than just the affiliated ball or even Major League Baseball, right? Because there's so many leagues out there, especially when I was still living in Ohio, where Northwoods Leagues is right there. It's like there's so many cool teams. Look at all these names and all these logos, and that's how I fell in love with you guys. And then you guys had the free app, so I can watch all the games. So it was even better on top of that. So
yeah, the league's great. 20 largest league in the country, 22 teams, going to be more. Just extremely well run from the from the league down. Great team members. I mean, I'm proud to be a part of it. So. And we got a lot we still want to do. So we're not, we're going to take over the world one Northwoods League team at a time, I guess.
I just got the pinky and the brain images now when you said that. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
So you played college, OU, you played in a little bit of ball yourself. How did you go from playing to where you're at now? What was that, how that whole transition happened?
Yeah, I mean, if you play college baseball, you're spending your summers playing college baseball, playing Northwoods League, playing these other leagues, and so you don't get a lot of time to like focus on your career. Or at least I didn't, and so when I got done with the Frontier League, playing pro ball for 2 years, and I was living at home with my mom during the off season. I was a kindergarten aide. I just said, hey, is this my life? I know I love my mom, but,
I love you, but I got to go.
Yeah. And vice versa. Same with her. So, yeah, it was tough. So I said, I got to go focus on my career. Luckily, Ohio U has a sports ad program. Grad program is a 3-year degree. You get your MBA and then your master's in sports. So I went back and just said, I'm going to spend 3 years really trying to figure out what the heck I want to do. And I love that break. I love going and working and then coming back to grad school. I get students asking me that all the time. Should I just go right into grad school? And, I suggest, hey, go out, get a job, figure out what you hate, figure out what you love, and then go back. You got your whole life to go back to grad school. So I did that. That's where I met Dick, who runs this league. Mm-hmm. Just was working as an intern, doing projects, just kind of really falling in love with that. And I really fell in love with the business of baseball, doing projects with him. And before he knew it, I was working minor league. I started working for Ripken Baseball, mm-hmm. Which I was in Aberdeen, Maryland, went down to Augusta, Georgia. And, I basically was calling Dick, my mentor. I had a few job offers and I said, hey, what do you think? Memphis, this other team here. And he just said, hey, you're not taking any of them. You're going to come up to Battle Creek, Michigan. And I said, what the hell is Battle Creek, Michigan? What? I didn't even know you had a team in the league there. And so that's what got me to Northwoods League. And there's a whole story from there, but that's really how I got to the league.
That's awesome. And so you're there, you started working from the, running the team, what was the position that you were there?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Honestly, the Battle Creek team, they used to be the Battle Cats. Mm-hmm. Came to Battle Creek from actually Madison, Wisconsin. It was Battle Cats forever. They left after about 10 years. And then the Yankees came into Battle Creek, and then they were there for 2 years. And then the Devil Rays came in for 2 years, and then the Bombers came. So I think it was in 4 years, they had 4 teams.
Jeez.
And so it's just like that market just it didn't trust and support baseball. And so fast forward, the team had been in Battle Creek about 4 years. It was losing $80,000 to $100,000 a year, maybe more.
Ouch.
And I'm walking in April, and the season's about to start, and the GM's sweating. He's just, his hair's falling out. I mean, he's freaking out, and I'm just there to kind of like help, you know? And so I did everything I could. So, just and got through that whole year. And I got a knock, on my door towards the end of that season. And Dick basically said, "Hey, you're the GM. You're the GM now. This thing's losing $100,000 a year this year. We got 1 year left on our lease. Lose as little money as possible." Patted me on my butt and just
and off you went.
That was it. I mean, I swear to God, that was literally all he said. And I had no idea. I mean, I had worked in minor league baseball, but I run in everything, food, hiring, all that, merchandise, logos, design. I didn't know any of this stuff. And it's kind of me. So I just started, pound the pavement, just doing it, and before you knew it, we just got to that last season. We doubled our attendance. We won the championship. We went from losing 80 to 100,000 to, I think we made $30,000 that year. And we won the championship and spent $30,000 on rings. So it was like, all right, well, that's
broke even.
But yeah. So I got a great ring. But that was Battle Creek. And then before you knew it, we're like, hey, this could be successful. Let's stick around. Let's sign a new lease. So we signed another lease. And within that time frame, Kalamazoo shut their doors. It was a Frontier League team. I got a call from their GM, who was a kid. I think he's 20 years old. Just said, hey, I'm the GM of the Kings. We're closing. Do you want to buy some of our old stuff? And I said, sure, yeah, I'll go. I said, go over to their offices, which is only about 30 miles away from us. It's right in our backyard in Battle Creek. And I go there, and the stadium is beautiful. The front office is immaculate. I'm just going, oh my God, I wish we had this over here. And how, Kalamazoo's a bigger city. It's like, this is amazing. How are you guys closing your doors? This is crazy. And so, that's when Kalamazoo really like hit me. Oh my God, this could be an opportunity for me and for the league.
Mm-hmm. And you just like right there on the spot. It's like, all right, we're getting a team here.
Well, yeah, that's even, so that's honestly the craziest really moment of my life really was when that happened. I told you, it's like love at first sight. I fell in love with this ballpark, everything was there. And so, so we basically, the city of Kalamazoo like sat empty for about two seasons. They didn't do, there's no baseball, and they put it out to an RFP process where basically it was like, here's the lease, here's everything that's included. There's not like a bidding process. It's just like, tell us why you should be the people to win this bid, right? And so we go to this big meeting, and we're the small kids in town. There are 5 other groups there, big league affiliates, frontier leagues, guys that have tons of money. Like we're just me and the league president are in this meeting, and I'm going, oh my God, there's no chance. Like we're just the scrubs in town, and so I worked on this RFP document. It was like, it's like applying to college. I didn't work this hard on any project in school. I worked my butt off on this thing and get through the whole process. We're waiting. And I finally get a call from the city parks director, Sean, and he basically says, hey, congrats. You guys got the lease. And I'm just, I'm trying to be quiet on the phone. I'm just like, and acting all professional, and so this is a moment that just I'll never forget. Sean starts to talk, and he kind of stops because never mind. And I go, wait, no, tell me what you're gonna say. He's like, well, it's like, I wasn't gonna tell you this, but you guys were the only ones to put a bid in for the lease. That's why you got it. And I was like, okay, wait, there was 5 other groups. They went through this whole process. They kind of looked at the stadium. They went through the document. They kind of went through all this. None of them put a bid in, but we did. What did we do? Did we see that? Like, we did not see something that's in this lease that they did, why they didn't put a bid in. And so, I kind of went like, oh my God, what did I do? Did we do something?
How did we screw up this?
Yeah. And so at that point you were in, and lease was in, and so, here we go. 2.0, like, I mean, this was really, now it was not just like taking over a team and trying to fix little troubles. This was like logo, staffing, stadium improvement. I mean, it was like, okay, this is totally different thing.
This is from the bottom, from the ground up. You were going, there was nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. And honestly, yeah, a team that had failed. So I'm going on my first meeting, when I go, knock on someone's door, it's like, hey, I want to tell you, Brian, I took this meeting to let you know that we will not be working with the Kalamazoo baseball team. That was my first sponsor meeting, in Kalamazoo. So just was such a negativity in that city. And we had to flip that around, right away.
That's a lot of work, just because now you have to, just like Battle Creek, right? There's so much animosity towards like someone of the new one coming in, it's like, oh, here we go. Another owner who's going to be here for maybe 1 or 2 seasons. And then they're going to just leave in the middle of the night. So I'm sure that was tons of fun.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. A lot of like, just, there were bills not paid, or I've heard some people say, hey, you're going to pay these guys bill or whatever. It's like, hey, we're just, I stopped kind of, at one point I met with somebody and I was, going through the whole process, and he's just like, hey, I want to learn, like, tell me about Brian, like, tell me about you. And it kind of hit me. It's like, hey, this is the Growlers, but it's really me. Like, I gotta like tell people, hey, this is the person that's going to be starting this thing. This, I wasn't the owner. I was just I was becoming the owner, but I was still like just the guy there, and I had to sell myself as much as a team.
Yeah.
And, and just had to just say, hey, we have to do things different. And I think that hit me early on. I mean, our first announcement, once you get the team out there, everyone's excited about the logo. That's buzzing. That's great. That's kind of easy. I hate to say it, but after that, it kind of goes dark. It's like you get some buzz, but it wasn't like it was a new stadium. It was an old stadium. The team, so after that first wave, we're like, okay, what are we going to do to get people to buy? Because they weren't knocking on the door. So first we started doing, Michigan State. We got Michigan State players. Let's announce that. That's right in town. People love it. Crickets, right? We announced our first Michigan State thing. No, I mean, nothing. Nobody knocks on our door. No one's calling in. We're like, okay, Western Michigan. That's literally right in our hometown. People are gonna love that. Nothing.
Kids.
Nothing. I mean, we tried to coach all-time MAC leader in wins. Nothing. So after doing this a bunch of times, we're like, God, we gotta do something else. And so that's when we announced our Salute to Selfie night, where we kind of just said, hey, we got this. We can't lose here. We're gonna do some crazy stuff. So we were the first ones to basically tell people, send your photo in. We'll throw it on a jersey. And we had Sinbad sending photos in. Good Morning America. We had, just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people sending their photos in. And so after that, we started getting calls, right? We started getting people to call in. Wow, this is cool, And so here, that's when it hit us like, hey, we're not a baseball team. We're a fun company. We already knew that, minor league teams are like that, but it just was like, hey, even at this level, we gotta go farther than everyone else. Otherwise, we're just this team in this city, this ballpark no one wanted.
I'm glad you said we're a company, we're a fun company, because like it's so true, right? And it rings with, when people think of baseball, right? They're not, now I think that they're starting to really realize, not just the Savannah Bananas, right? There's other leagues out there. They're not just bringing you a good product, right? Good product is great, but that can only carry you out so much. You got to have a good product while, of entertainment at the same time. So, to connect both. And I'm glad you said that, because it's so true right now.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if we're going to compete with the Detroit Tigers on baseball, see ya. Like, go to their game. I tell people, if you want to see a baseball game, go to the Tigers, go to the Whitecaps. They have better baseball. If you want to see something different, like, that's come to our games. And the best comment I get, I've heard this a bunch. People go to a Tigers game, bring their kids, take a whole day, do the whole thing, and they come to our games and they just say, hey, Brian, I just want you to know, like, we had more fun here at this game, and my kids have more fun here than the Tigers. And I'm
And
like,
it was
hey,
cheaper.
can I bottle that up? Yeah, can I bottle that up? I mean, that's what we're trying to do, and it's it's not right. I mean, again, I when I started minor league baseball in 2008, like that's what everyone's doing. Like, it's just, how do you stay ahead of it? How do you, there's the entertainment space is so competitive. We're not competing against just other teams. It's the fun center in town and the bowling alleys that are now arcades and Netflix. We're competing and staying at home and watching stuff on TV too. So
you're competing with the phone,
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. God. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, listen, don't get me wrong. A lot of what I do, right, of my brand, it's, being on Twitter and all that, right, which you guys have done a great job, right? Both teams have done an amazing job really connecting with fans. And I think that's really what, endear a lot of us to the Northwoods League, because you guys are just all the time, connecting, talking to fans all across the US, because if not.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Totally.
So.
Yeah, I think that's even for us too. We're realizing, hey, we've been doing that. I mean, I was on Good Morning America in 2012 for a Twinkie hot dog.
Yep.
Like, I was, we've been doing this for a long time, but like, you got like with Savannah Bananas and some of these other teams, St. Paul Saints, those people do a fantastic job of capturing it and sharing it online and showing, and just bring those ideas to life online. So someone like you said in Seattle can experience like what's happening at it, in their home. So I think that's our next challenge for us, is like, hey, we're doing these great things at the games. People love it. Let's try to bottle that and maybe share that to somebody, that'll drive 2 hours to come see us play.
Oh, absolutely.
Or just follow us online and just, be a fan that way.
Absolutely. And listen, the way I became a fan of you guys was you guys calling me out, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I didn't have a Growlers hat.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, when I was like, you're a dad and you don't have a Mac Daddy's hat. I'm like, oh my God, I don't. Right there on the spot. I literally went and bought one. No joke.
Well, maybe we're just desperate to sell some merchandise, but that the Mac Daddy's is awesome. Love that brand. It was honestly kind of risque when you say Mac Daddy's without a mac and cheese logo. When you look up Mac Daddy's in the dictionary, it's a pimp. Like, I told my wife, it was like, you sure about that? Like, don't you know what that means? And so she was all in on it, but it was just like, I had a number of people go, hey, what are you doing? And so once you see the logo, you get it. But
it was great.
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about it, right? Look at the Portland Pickles, this whole what they did with just a thumb and all that, right? Like, it just took off, and it was a little risque, but it worked, right? Because of national news and everything. So yes, it's risque, but you know what? Worth it.
We just went in the news for the Manfred thing. I don't know if you saw any of that stuff, but I mean, trust me.
The letter, yeah.
That one was a little crazy. I mean, that was literally just a spoof. We were just kind of joking around, and we have our buddies, John, who's in Bismarck, the owner over there. He was starting Kalamazoo, and their team had a post, and we saw it. I thought it was hilarious. It was like, hey, we gotta stand with our brethren over there.
Let's do it.
We're standing next. We're behind these guys, and just goofing. I mean, online, it's sort of that space where you can goof like that. Well, before you know it, I tell my media director, Dean, and he's just like, okay, yeah, we're just kind of joking. Well, I go into a 2-hour meeting, and I get out, and it's a madhouse in our office. I mean, it's like papers flying through the air, phones are calling in. I'm getting texts. It's like, what happened? It's like, oh, Dean like really did that. It's like, okay, I guess we're in on this thing.
Let's
we're
go.
on team Bamford, I guess. And so, yeah, it was something that was for fun. And again, I think what's funny is people just resonated with it. They're like, hey, like, baseball should be a game. I think at our level, it is more of a game than maybe as you get higher up. And I think
Yep.
it just kind of hit people, good and bad, mostly good. But yeah, it's like you said, it's online. There's so many ways to connect with people,
That's-
that are front door.
and I think this is a way of really showing other teams that by doing crazy things like this, by engaging with fans, it endears you guys to the nation, really, right? Because now you guys are known all over the place for something that you guys were just spoofing, right? That you guys were just having fun with. And that's what it's supposed to be, right? At the end of the day, like I said, there's just grown men playing a kid's game and getting paid, in the majors, getting paid millions of dollars. But, in the minors and collegiate woodbat, they're doing it for the love of the game. Because a lot of the times, there's not a lot of money to be made, if you're working in the team. So good for you guys. That's awesome. Let's switch a little bit here. Let's talk about your Battle Creek team.
Yep.
So you guys were, you guys had a name and everything, and then decided to do a name change.
Yep.
So first of all, why did you guys decide to do a name change?
Well, again, it was when I got here in 2010, it was the Bombers. The Bombers didn't really have any real association with the city. It was just kind of it's just alliteration. Battle Creek Bombers. It sounds cool. And so, something that kind of inherited and it'd been the Bombers for 15 years, longer than anyone else. And so when I officially purchased the teams, Kalamazoo and Battle Creek this off season, it was kind of years in the making of hey, we want to take this thing to the next level. It had kind of, fizzled out. Some of our attendance was dropping there. And so we just said, hey, we gotta put some juice back into this team. What is the plan? And so before you knew it, we just said, hey, this might be a good way to just restart, let people know, hey, there's new local ownership now in town that's gonna, do this thing the right way. So, it started with the name. We actually have a bunch of more announcements with some other things we're gonna be doing, improvements. Nice. Actually later in a couple of weeks here, we're working on it all. But yeah, it's a whole new redo there. And so with that, God, talk about, screwing stuff up. We first started and we put, the trend now that is crazy names. I mean, you're in a crowded space. God, there's so many Mac Daddy promo nights and things. So the names are all gone. So it's hard to get a name. So long story short, we went down, we put out 7 names earlier this fall.
I remember that.
Yep. And we liked, it was hard. For every reason, it just was really hard to find ones we liked. And so we put 7 out, and, nationally it got some good praise, but locally, I'm telling you, if they knew I was the person that was involved in making that name change or putting those 7 names out, I might've got run out of town if somebody saw me. They'd slash my tires. It just locally, people hated the names.
Really?
Like the Thunder Chickens and the Nut Smugglers and all these crazy ones. They didn't like them. I'm telling you.
I thought they were the most hilarious names. I was a fan of the Nut Smugglers. I don't know why. It just made me laugh every time I heard it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. We did too. We thought there were some good ones, and it didn't resonate with some people locally. And so we kind of just said, hey, literally it was bad. Like we had to sit down, came in on a weekend, Tyler and I, and we were sitting here going, what are we going to do? How do we fix this? At the end of the day, a logo is a logo. It's everything you do after it. What's going to resonate? And everybody in town, everyone wanted to call it the Battle Cats. Locally, that name it kind of brought past memories. It's why their Battle Creek even had a team. It hit with people, but we couldn't get the name. I tried 2 different attorneys to get that damn name, and they basically said, hey, you can try anything, but do you want to fight Netflix, who has a trademark pending? Do you want to fight this other military garb company that has it? So they're like, it's not, don't go Battle Cats. So before you knew it, we got down this Battle Jacks name. Cracker Jacks is a baseball term.
Yep.
Apple Jacks, Kellogg's is made in town. And then baseball Jack, a home run. And then the Jack Russell Terrier. I mean, we love this blue collar. One of the other names is the blue collars.
Yeah.
And love this like blue collar city kind of thing. And so that's when we went down this Jack Russell Terrier thing. And that's kind of how the Battle Jacks came around.
Gotcha.
I will tell you one other thing, that everyone goes, why didn't you do a cereal name? Like, what the heck? It's Battle Creek, the cereal capital of the world. Well, if you know anything about that city right now, I mean, there's like, I think national news, Kellogg's employees were on 1,200 employees or so on strike.
Oh no.
5 months. And there's a lot of negativity in town about cereal, just being honest. And so while it kind of resonate nationally or whatever, it just locally, everyone you talk to that lives there, it's like, nah, cereal.
There's some animosity when you say when you've named cereal. So got it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's kind of like one of these things that used to be a huge point of pride in the community, and it still is, but I think it's just something that sort of, I don't think it would have gone as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we skewed away from cereal, but we love our logo.
So that's okay. So that's why it makes sense when I'm looking at your logo and I'm like, okay, he has a bat. Instead, I was like, and I did this podcast, this episode with Mark Viquez of Ballpark Hunter, and then we were both discussing. I was like, I like the logo. I've been waiting to see what more merchandise. That was my thing. I was like, I want to see what more merchandise, more dad hats and stuff like that before I say. I was like, but one of the things was, why have a bat instead of a big wooden spoon to give it that homage? Now I get it.
Yeah, it was just tough. Trust me, the crunchers would have been the like just safe, easy kind of thing. But yeah, it was hard. I mean, Growlers and Kalamazoo, that one was easy because everyone wanted something beer and it just fit. But that one was really hard. And at the end of the day, we've had nothing but really good comments from fans, host families, sponsor, everybody that kind of is involved in it really likes it. And again, it's everything you do after it.
For sure.
You can make the blue socks cool if you do everything after it. So
I'm still waiting for the Guardians to be cool. So just holding them.
Me too. Yeah.
So no, you're right. But at the same time, you want to make sure that that the locals are also a huge supporter of it, because they're the ones who's going to be mostly supporting you guys, going to games, and buying merchandise, all of your sponsors. So I get it. If there's some animosity when you're relating it to cereal, I can definitely understand that part for sure. But I'm a fan. I like it. He has the catcher's chest protector on it, so that's awesome. I like the dog on the hat, so that's pretty cool. Jack Russell Terrier, that's I like it. It works.
You know what's funny too? I was looking. There's a lot of dog logos. There's a decent number, but there's only one that I could find. I mean, the Duluth Huskies is one in our league, but not most of them don't own a brand. Like the Chihuahuas own Chihuahuas. Like they're all in on the Chihuahua dog. Most of the other dog logos are just kind of this general dog thing. So I did like, at least we said, hey, we're hitching our wagon to Jack Russell. Whether you hate it or love it.
It's just horrible. They're energetic. My sister owns the Jack Russell Terrier, and those suckers are all over the place. So they're a lot of fun. So good for you guys. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. So you guys will be your first season as the Battle Jacks. I'm sure you guys have a lot of cool stuff in the works for this whole new season, right?
Yep. Yeah. New stadium improvements we're going to be announcing soon. First time. I mean, really, the improvements that have gone in that stadium have been like new lights. Wow, go fans! New plumbing. It's like, there's little things. So this is the first time, it's going to be things that fans can experience. So that's what I'm really excited to see fans, seeing this kind of stuff. some new all-inclusive food models and things like that. So
Love it.
I think we just kind of said, hey, let's not like build something and like then make the fans fit in that. Let's figure out what's best for the fan experience first, and then build around that. Like what's good for them. So so that's the improvements are going to be exciting. We've that stadium used to have a bunch of events going on that haven't been. We're going to be bringing some events. So I started an events company as well a number of years ago that's actually become a crazy successful, more than we ever thought. And so we take events all over the country now. We started out in Michigan doing a number of events. We're basically sold out of our taco and tequila festival in like 2 or 3 days now.
Nice.
Like 2,800 tickets, so like we're taking a lot of these events. We're gonna be bringing some of them to Battle Creek. So
Taco
yeah,
and tequilas is fun though. I love
Yeah.
tacos, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean so Michigan's Mac and Cheese Festival. We do the world's only donut and beer festival. So just like these crazy weird events people wouldn't want to do, which is why they work. So
It
yeah.
is fun though. That's the whole thing. They're fun.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, great food too.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Donuts, beer. Come on.
We had mac and cheese ice cream at our Mac and Cheese Festival. I mean, it's like, what else,
Try it. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
How did it do that? I want to know. How did the mac and cheese ice cream do?
Oh, it's fantastic. It was sold out faster than anything else we had. It was gone before anything else. So yeah, there's these crazy events that we're going to be trying to do Mac and Cheese festivals across the country. We already have 3 states. We're going to look to do more, and just kind of grow that kind of thing. Give people fun even outside of baseball games.
Yeah. My daughter is a fan already. She has a huge mac and cheese. If she would let her, she will eat mac and cheese every day for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Well, that's how it started. I told people like it's my wife's favorite food and it's my little daughter's favorite food. So like,
win-win.
Yeah. It's everyone likes mac and cheese. So
who doesn't? Like you can put anything on a mac and cheese and make it good. So
yeah,
100% with you there, my friend. I love that. So let me ask you, do you handle the recruiting of the players? How does that work out with your league?
Yeah, it's our league. Some teams do that. Their GM or whoever runs and makes those calls and signs us. We don't. And as much as I love baseball and I love being with the guys and being a part of that, I hire a good coach. I've been lucky to have Cody, who's been here since we started as an assistant coach, and now he's our head coach. But I just hired the coaches and try to assist and help. But Caleb and Cody, Caleb's in Battle Creek, and Cody, we just hire him and just support the heck out of them.
Gotcha.
Trying to help get recruits. And, we try to our best recruiting. Not every facility is the same. Some of our leagues don't have locker rooms, or some of our teams don't have lockers. Their stadiums just don't have stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some of them just don't, but, and they're all great, but we have a great facility for even our team and opposing teams. And so what we try to do is feed opposing teams better than anybody else. We ice cream, cookies. What do you want? Let's make them all fat. Let's, make some fat for later in the year. But no, we just try to feed them really well, put them in great, lodging and then great, accommodations, people taking care of them in their lockers. And then just treat them really well. And so that's our best recruiting. Honestly, we have guys come here and we'll have a coach call and say, hey, we want to send guys to Kalamazoo. And our coach is going, well, why? He's like, oh, our kids played there this year on an opposing team and they just talked about Kalamazoo. But, okay. All right.
Sounds good to me. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's funny too is, so this year, this past year was the first time we implemented this. It's called our fun policy. And basically it's on the locker. I come in and speak to every single team, coach, everybody. And I basically say, hey guys, we have a fun policy here. And I talk to the coaches ahead of time to get their okay. And I'm like, hey, when you're here, I am encouraging, I'm requiring every one of my players, pitchers, hitters, whatever, to have touchdown-like celebrations after a home run, after a double, after a walk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like these guys are going to swag out. It's never going to be towards you, towards the opposing team. It's never going to be demonstrative. It's all going to be fun. Like think touchdown celebrations at a baseball game. And I said that our guys are required to do it. If you're mad, come to me. Don't be mad at them. But we're going to do that. And what we want is for you to do that as well. So when you hit a home run, I want you to bat flip. So, bleep it out high. You don't even know. Like, I want you to do that against us. Like, I want our fans to see that. And so I get done with this talk and I just see the guys looking at each other like, we get to actually do like, yeah, like they just leave going, yeah, woo. Like guys, they literally are screaming. And it's like, you just see it because they're in these college programs where the coaches are going, hey, don't you freaking do that. You hit a home run, you shut your mouth and you touch home plate because we're not going to cause crap. And I just think it's these guys it's like doing stuff they don't get to do. They might never get to do again. And I think it's awesome. So I think that helps with recruiting as well. And I told this came about because basically I was watching this 1940s football, NFL, right? And this like black and white, the guys are wearing leather helmets. And this guy, I think this quarterback throws a touchdown, 50-yard bomb. This guy scores, it runs over, guy crosses the line. Every single player on his team that scored runs directly to the sideline. Don't even run to the end zone, right? The guy that scores a touchdown hands off the football to the ref.
Yeah.
And walks over. There's like not a high five given.
No celebration whatsoever.
Nothing, right? And I'm sitting here watching this. I'm going, that's freaking baseball. That's baseball today. That's what Tony La Russa, like that, no offense, but that guy is wrong. Like
he shouldn't even be coaching right now.
Oh,
so I'll say it. He shouldn't be coaching right now.
Totally. And it's like, that needs to change. And I think if baseball can figure that out and they should crack down. If you throw at a guy, something happened, that person should be suspended. There's got to be a way to eliminate that crap where it's like, you got to encourage guys. I mean, go to score a touchdown down in NFL and there's video cameras showing them what they're doing so they can do it better.
They're encouraging it right now. So why not transfer that to baseball, right? Like we are trying to, why are you taking the fun part out of baseball is what I'm trying to understand. My friend Kelly, who's a huge, White Sox fan, would tell you that, first of all, that La Russa should go, right? So baseball should be fun. Again, it's a kid's game. Let's have some fun with it. You want to do a bat flip? Good, do it. The next time, if you get mad, strike him out.
Exactly.
What's that?
I think there's this like whole like disrespect thing. It's like you're disrespecting their team. Are you disrespecting another team when you score a touchdown and spike? No one thinks that.
No,
it's not.
It's part of the game.
Not teaching kids bad habits. I mean, again, if you are doing it in fun and you're not gesturing at the other team, that's different. Okay, that I agree on that. You don't do that. But that I think if baseball can figure that out and you can get these guys like La Russa out of the game, making these decisions. And honestly, you see it in college baseball now. I just think it's going to take time. But look at college baseball. Like these guys are hitting home runs and there's the gritty lines and stuff they're doing.
Celebration. Now they have their own chain like they have in college football. Like they have the jackets and all. Again, they are having fun, which is good. You have the more fun you have, the better the team becomes because now you know that these guys are going to go and battle for you. They're going to battle for each other.
Yep. And if you have my little daughter and your kids, like if they're watching a football game and that's happening and you're seeing a baseball game, the most exciting play happens, home run, and the guy puts his head down and runs. Like, I mean, does your kid want to go do that, or does he want to go to, or she are going to want to go, do this other thing where these, college softball celebrating? Like, so I think I think it's gotta, I don't know the answer. I think the more you can encourage and let kids be kids, they're going to find ways to do fun things. I'm amazed at what our kids, our players did this year with just a little bit of just a nudge, like, hey, it's okay. Like, we want you to do this. We trust you. So, sometimes some of it went too far. Some of it was like, hey, let's come back here a little bit. Like,
You've gone a little too far. Let's come back.
Yeah,
But yeah.
But they just took it to places we didn't think. And I think the more you do that, the more they're just going to take the game to places we don't think it can go to.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love that. I think that's, you know what, I think that's a great way to approach the game. And it's true. As long as you have fun, right, within reason, right? Because they do tend to go a little
Good.
over that, which is fine.
That's part of the territory. Yeah, you need that. You're not putting it hard enough. If they're not going too far, you're not.
How do you know how far you're going to push it if you don't, what I mean, if you don't push it? So I agree. I think that's great. I love it. So obviously, in my podcast, I like to have fun with it as well. So we're about to do my famous, not so famous questions here in a second, but I want to know, are you going to be getting more dad hats for the teams? I want, because I'm ready to, I'm ready to buy some hats, man.
My wife, who just had her second baby about 2 months ago, actually today.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. She handles all of our merchandise. She's freaking answering phone calls and emails while we're like, I think she's delivering the baby. Like she's just, so she does all of her merchandise, and we got some great stuff coming in, and everything's just delayed with
supply chain. It's all over the place. I get it.
You can't have a podcast without a supply chain reference or something, right? Everyone's excuse now.
Oh my God, yeah.
But yeah, no, we have we got a lot of good stuff, and obviously Battle Jack stuff is coming into a lot of good stuff there. So
love it. You know what? I can't wait now. I can't wait. I'm ready to just purchase some merch. I absolutely love it. I like it. All right. So my friend, are you ready?
Yep. I'm ready to go.
All right. So give you the first one. As a fan, you go into the ballpark, right? Not as an owner, you go to a baseball game. What's your drink of choice, your food of choice when you go to a ballpark and watch a game?
Oh, I mean, I love just a brat. I mean, brat's my go-to. So I can tell a lot about a stadium based on the brat they have. So
interesting. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, hot dogs. I've had way too many taste tested hot dogs in my life. So
had too many sugar nails.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. Yeah. I've Nathan's, you name it. I've won our staff hot dog eating contest for the last ever. So I'm 5'8", but I will put you down on some hot dogs.
I love that.
Joey Chestnut style. So anyways, so that, and then drink. I don't drink soda a lot, but when you're at a ballpark, I just giant Pepsi or a Coke. I don't care either one, but
it doesn't matter. You just get something.
Soda. Yeah. So that would be perfect for me there.
Love it. All right. Okay. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Okay. What kind of cake?
And ice cream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Funfetti.
Okay.
Sure.
I like it. What was your nickname growing up?
Iceman.
Iceman.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sure there's a story behind it.
I'm cool. That's pretty much it.
All right. Cool, dude. I love it. Yes, sir. Last movie you watched?
Let's see. God. I think the Spider-Man. Yeah, the No Way Home Spider-Man.
Gotcha. With a baby, with a 2-month-old baby. I mean, you don't have time for anything.
I mean, yeah. I think we tried to watch the movies here, and I just
fall asleep.
Half hour in, I'm gone. That's like my bedtime. So
me and my wife, we've resulted to day dates, and then if we're gonna watch a movie, we'll watch it in parts, because that's how that goes. After my daughter goes to bed, we're just so exhausted. They're just like, all right, let's just watch a little bit and then go to bed.
I can't believe it, man. It's crazy. Being a parent is crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. It is exhausting.
Which one do you think is harder? Running your team or raising a kid?
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, the team could leave and this kid's never leaving me. This team can go. I can like sell off the team or just get out of here and leave. That kid's not leaving. So no, being a parent, it's
It's the
so
most
much.
fun,
Oh,
you love it. It's the greatest thing in the world, and it is the hardest thing in the world at the same time.
yeah. It's two
It really-
AW words, two AW words. It's awful and awesome. It's the most
Yeah.
awful thing and in some aspect and the most awesome. I mean, it's
Agreed.
awfully awesome, if that makes any sense.
It does. It most certainly does. All right, so here you go. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Good answer. That is a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Good
No, come on.
answer. Great
Nah.
answer. I love it.
Hot dog's a hot dog.
That you're absolutely right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast at dinner.
Great
Come on.
answer. Great answer.
Underrated.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Halloween or 4th of July?
4th of July.
I love it. I
Yep.
think that's great.
Fire.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
I love it as well. Theme park or water park?
Oh man, there's so many that are together now. I say theme park. I mean, water parks can be the
They're
same.
all the same nowadays,
Yeah,
anyways.
Yeah, theme parks you can mix it up. I was terrified of roller coasters as a kid. Like wouldn't go. Would be the kid there, but not going on. And I just somehow one time got the mustard to try one, and then I felt like so accomplished after that, and I just kind of I hate it, like getting up to it, and then I'm just like.
Yep.
I know the feeling after that I did it that I don't know.
That was the same with me with Cedar Point. The Millennium Falcon. Right.
Can't beat that.
For the longest time, I was terrified of this ride. So terrified. I don't know why. It was just terrified.
The blue one, right? The big blue one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that just goes up. Yeah. So for the longest time, I was terrified. Finally did it, and then I went back around and went back at it again because I was like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing! Why? What? I'm so stupid. What am I?"
Yeah,
I did it. Yeah, so I'm with you.
You should ask the follow-up question should be fast pass or no fast pass, because I don't know. You know these fast pass things?
Oh
now?
yeah. I bought the fast pass.
Oh my god. I've never went from like so mad that I'm spending $100 on something to like so happy I did after using one of those, because I can't imagine waiting in those lines.
I would never again. If I ever go back to a theme park, it has to be with a fast pass, because I'm not waiting over 2 hours just to get on a 2-minute ride. There's no way on God's green earth I'm doing that again. You're right. You are right, my friend. Early bird or night owl?
Early.
Yep, same here.
I'm at 4:30, 5 a.m. every morning. But
yeah, 5:30 for me.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yep.
But absolutely. I'm in bed at like I'm pushing my bedtime here right now.
Oh, my watch just told me that I needed to go to sleep. So I'm with you. It's like by 10:30, I'm like, oh, we're pushing it, honey.
Oh yeah.
All right, couple more then. Apple or Android?
Apple. Yeah.
Yep. All of my stuff is Apple, so I'm with you there.
Yeah, I hate Apple and love them. They get you in, and then
it's a love-hate relationship.
You just got to get the phone, then you got to match it up with the book, and then the pad, and the watch, and the AirPods. It's just
Yep. My laptop, all of my stuff, that comes with it. Yeah, I'm with you. I got you. All right, last one here. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I'm gonna hang up. This is terrible. That's no. That's absolutely not.
Good answer. Yes. Thank God.
Come on, pineapple is too good, and pizza is too good. Just let them enjoy them separately. Cooked pineapple. Come on, man.
Yeah.
No.
I love me some pineapple, but just not on my pizza.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No. Great question.
Love it. Right. Thank you so much for doing this. This was a lot of fun. A good, view into your teams, and then obviously, one of my favorite leagues out there right now. Where can people find you and your teams?
growlersbaseball.com. Follow us on social media. We're active. The Battle Jacks baseball team as well. No, we love our fans. We love being in the Northwoods League. And just, this was a great interview. I love talking to you. This was awesome to talk Kent State and
yes, sir,
baseball and craziness. So
love it. We'll do this again before the season starts. Again, thank you so much. And then good luck to you guys.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right. See ya.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Ed Rivera of the Dad Hat Chronicles. Join me as I interview people just like you and players, coaches, GMs on the path that led you to become a fan of the sport.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean. And I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series, and in every episode I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at @PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
This is Patrick
and Corey
of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball, so get on the site and find a team near you today.
Learn more about Curved Brim Media at curvedbrimmedia.com.